like Baba Yaga. You know Baba Yaga?
Oh, you don't find someone like that. They find you.
Baba Yaga! Oh! Baba Yaga, come at night. Little children sleepy tight.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? Welcome back. Real Motion Reviews, RMR style, R Mister. All right, everybody. Just got through checking out Daredevil, episode 9. To close the first season. And I watched it, and then I watched it twice, and I just sat and thought for a little bit. That was pretty good. That was a good ending. A good ending to the first season. Good ending. They left a lot of suspense, questions, wondering what's going to happen next season, because going into the next season, and they left it off that way on purpose. It was a good delivery. The episode itself, however, oh my goodness. They went all the way out. They were like, okay, Netflix, watch this. Okay, Netflix, remember that scene with the door? And they said, and we watched it. And this time it was in the light. When you see it, you'll know what I'm talking about. Goodness. This Disney Plus, not for kids. Not this one. You gotta have your passcode. You gotta have your passcode set because this ain't for kids. This ain't for kids. It's not tricks and it's not for kids. They came through. It was interesting. It was an interesting take. They brought back some characters. I'm not spoiling nothing. They showed us some things. It got pretty interesting. You didn't know which way it was going. You didn't know how certain elements, certain scenes were going to end and take out. So that was interesting. I was totally booked. I was there. I was glued to my seat. They captured my attention. I was ready. I was in line with the show. Good stuff. Now, some of the not so good stuff, it comes, but it doesn't come without its flaws. A little bit of the pacing was off for me. There's certain things, first time watch, I was just a little confused on a few shots, few scenes. It's just, the realism of it didn't connect, but at the same time, it's also a comic book show adaptation. So you gotta give it a little leniency. Understand that, respect that, totally respect it. However, the first peel of it didn't, I don't know. It was showing pure chaos at its best. Showing pure chaos unfold, and things turned up quite quickly. Things turned up quite fast. And before you know it, you are in this moment, and you're like, this is where we're at. This is what's going to happen.
Freeze! Show me your hands!
It leaves off with a good cliffhanger. It's a good way to end the show to get people attracted to the next season coming up. If it's a book, you're gonna flip the page. If it's page 25, you're gonna be on page 26, just like that. I'm included, I'm involved, I appreciate it. It's a lot of suspense. It's got a nice pack of action. They didn't overstuff it, but they definitely, when they show you action, they show you action. And they not playing. They aren't holding back. They aren't holding back anything. This episode was a 9 out of 10 for me. I liked it. It had its little hiccups, but for a season closer, they did a good job. A lot of people aren't invested in the show right now, so I'm thinking people are going to come back to it. They're going to watch it. Word of mouth is going to spread. Hopefully, everything all together works for the better good of the show. And next season, people are just going to be invested. People are going to be wildly invested and ready to run into the show with their hats off, flapping in the wind. They're still running. They're going to the show. That's what we want to see.
This new season is out and it's got everyone talking. Without spoiling anything, what's one moment that made you go, wow, I didn't see that coming?
Okay, one moment I didn't really see coming. Well, I definitely was that moment with Fisk. And I'm not going to say what it was, but that moment with Wilson Fisk and something happened.
With Matt Murdock often moving through scenes as a man torn, measured, subdued, and sometimes even uncertain, do you feel this series truly honored the full weight of who Daredevil is? Did it give justice to the sharp, morally driven, battle-worn hero we've come to know, or did it leave pieces of him behind in the shadows?
For me to answer that question, did they do him justice? They nitpicked with his character. Early on I wasn't really excited to see certain things, how long they took to partake, how long they took to play out. We were picking on his character a certain way. We were trying to get his attention. We were trying to get him involved. And we were trying to see what ignites Daredevil. That's kind of something that Netflix already did. So we were falling in. We could have fell in from Netflix to Disney a whole lot better. I'll leave it like that. I don't know if that's my criticism. They could have fell in from Netflix to Disney a little better, in my take. I still like the show. I still watched it. So that's my pickup flaw. Next question.
Given the more grounded and internal focus of this season, where Matt seemed to walk a lonelier path, more isolated from the colorful allies and street-level legends that once stood beside him, do you think the next season might finally open the doors to familiar faces, even heroes from neighboring boroughs? Or is this new Daredevil timeline determined to keep its world smaller, more restrained, maybe even intentionally distant from the old crew?
The way they left it, I think definitely we're gonna see some more characters, the Defenders. Maybe not all of them, but I think they slowly, the way they left it off, it left the door open for them to be introduced. It left the door open for them to come back and to show their faces, because they weren't really mentioned in this season. If this is a runoff of the Netflix version of Daredevil, then they should have been mentioned at least from some perspective. But I'm thinking because of laws and rights, maybe they haven't signed off everybody officially, so maybe they didn't want to speak on anyone's name. Hopefully, we will see. I'm definitely thinking though, we're gonna definitely see some new heroes that won't, you know.
I'm gonna kick the bucket.
We're gonna see some new heroes that will be around. That's all. That's how I'll leave it. All right, everybody, so that's my take on the show. Season 1 has been done. Season 1 is a closed book. It can't be reopened unless nothing can be changed. It's already done. It's out there. Now, what's the future to behold? But you definitely know Punisher is coming, and he's coming with his own thing. Are we excited for that? Are we looking forward to that? And should there be any other attachments? None that I can think of. So, first season's done. The fourth season's done, because unofficially this is the 4th season, and they definitely have small callbacks that they show in this season that let you know that truth. So, this season's done. We got the next thing we got coming up is the Thunderbolts. Marvel Thunderbolts.
Something about it. That when it's sad.
It's been up and down. I saw one thing say test scores were great. I saw one thing say, oh, this show is doomed. The show is doomed. They says it's testing lower than Captain America 4. Yeah, we haven't really talked about that, but Captain America 4 didn't do too well. Wasn't too hot. I saw it, I didn't really resonate with it. I'll put it like that. We'll see what's to come. We'll see what's up Marvel sleeve. They still got a lot more to bring out. So we'll just have to see as it comes on out. So don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace. Auga.